2 days ago, I wasn't able to write print hello world.
And today, you should know that you've improved.
You've learned something, right? So the thing is, today you've learned how to write hello world. Tomorrow we are going to put hello world in a variable, then print that variable.
Yeah.
You've learned something.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the next day, you are going to learn how to write def main.
Hey, be serious. Be serious.
You're writing a function, right? You've learned something new, at least from variables. You've now learned functions. After learning functions, some weeks later, you go to know that there are classes also. You've created a new class.
Yeah.
It's an improvement.
Yeah.
Even though it's not so huge. Little wins, then you realize you are working with Elon Musk.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Fortune Tech Space. Today we have Benson right in the space, and we are going to have a very interesting conversation and get to know him very well, know his experience. Why are you laughing? All right, so over to you, Benson. I'm happy to have you in the space, and you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
You're my boss, so when you call me, I should come.
What do you mean by that? So before we get into talking about tech and all that, can you tell us a little bit about you before tech, maybe before you got into tech, stuff like that?
Well, okay, so for me, so Benson, of course, I've loved computers since, but I wasn't a big, when I say I love computers, it was more like I always knew my way around computers, right? Like not with the hardware stuff, but any software you give me, I don't have to even read manuals, or I just quick, I'll learn it.
Find your way out.
I like to do those things.
Okay.
I was never a career path that I thought I would take, right? Because for me, I come from a family of health workers.
Okay.
Yes, straight from my grandfather. So my grandfather was a doctor. My dad was a doctor.
Oh.
My mom is a nurse.
Wow.
My brothers are all doctors. My sister too is a doctor. So I come from like
that's crazy.
Yeah, family of health, this thing. So growing up, everybody, my neighborhood family, everybody thought that, oh, you too. Yeah. Doctor is now. But
oh wow.
Yeah, so even when I was going to SHS, I went to Poko High School, by the way. It was the best school. That's one of that. So going to SHS, I even wanted to do business. Yes, so I picked business. I started doing business for 2 weeks. My dad said, nah, Charlie, my son can't do business. Came to the school, changed it
to science.
To science. Yeah, so I did science. Then after school, after SHS, that was when the tech really started for me. So after SHS, my whole family, my mom, my dad, they bought forms for me, medical school, Medilab, Dentons. But they said I should go, so cool, I'll go, right? But they didn't want me to school in Ghana. Right? So I wanted outside scholarship to go. I wrote exams, then things, but somehow.
Yeah, DB.
Oh no, it's not that. I was looking for scholarship, right? But somehow that thing didn't come on. And I think it's God that didn't let it, because if it had, I won't be doing the things I'm doing now. Then so they wanted me to go, but it didn't happen for that first year. So the first year after completing school, I didn't go to uni. Then the next year, that's when I went to uni. But within that first year, I had a friend, right, who was like one of my best friends. He's called Bill Gates.
That's Bill
Gates. That's his real name.
That's his real name.
His real name. His real name is Bill Gates.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bill Gates was like, Charlie, right now, how things are going there, tech is the way to go. So he had started learning Python. Right after school, he started learning Python. He told me that I should jump on the wagon and learn with him. Because in the future, we'll make money. I was like, Masa.
They
said I should go and be a doctor. That's what I'm going to do. So, but after a while, I actually picked up his advice and I started learning Python. But one thing with Python was that I wasn't seeing anything. You just write code to run in the console, black things. Like, I don't like it. I wanted to see actual results of what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I picked up HTML, CSS, and those other things.
How did you know HTML, CSS was like? You had to do research.
So back in SHS, right, I was doing a lot of businesses. I was selling shoes, selling jerseys.
Those Instagram boys.
Yeah, those Instagram boys. And back then when I was in SHS too, that was when in Kumasi, then hype things had really like been there. So everybody wanted to wear the latest sneakers, need a hand.
So you attended Kumasi?
Yeah, Okoko High School.
And so you were selling the shoes in secondary school?
Yeah, in secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing that. Then I wanted to make it more like digitalize it. Right?
Okay.
So I thought I was already on Instagram. I wanted to get a website for it.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So because I knew a lot of my friends who were also selling. So my plan was that get all those friends on that platform, then they'll give me something small for selling for them on my platform. So that's when I chanced on WordPress. Right?
Okay.
So I used WordPress for a while, built some, called it KJT Online. I used it for some short time. It brought me some small money. But that one was WordPress.
As in the things you were selling on that WordPress site.
Yeah. But some small money, not so huge. But so when my guy brought the idea that let's enter tech, I had at least that thought that there's something tech there, right? But I didn't know how to build it straight from code, right?
Okay.
It was all no code. Then when I was trying the Python and I wasn't liking it, I thought that this no code I'm using, people actually like there's some code behind it.
Yeah.
So let me try to find out what that code is, right? So like I said, I'm very curious. Anything, I just want to enter deep into it to find out. So I did more research, saw HTML, CSS. So I started learning it from W3 schools.
Okay.
Yeah, so W3 schools, they had the whole HTML tutorial. So I started going through it.
It's like everyone went through that website.
Well, W3 schools,
it's just like where every Forex trader to go through pips, baby pips.
Baby pips, yeah. So for everybody.
So whilst you are doing all this, did your parents, your family get to know that like you're trying to do computer stuff?
They didn't know. So, but I was just doing it in my own, like in my room, because I was home. I wasn't doing anything. I just eat, sleep,
and you be like style.
I just eat and sleep. Then, so I started learning it, and it was cool. Like I liked it, right? And so yeah, that's how I started. Then with time, I started developing, and I'm here. We took
this was just something you were doing on the side. You got in mind you were going to be a doctor, a lab something. Then so you ended up going to university. To do a course.
So university, yes. University, I went to do IT.
How come? How did that happen?
So
from medicine family.
to IT. So I told you that my family wanted me to learn to continue school outside. So
outside where Benny, Togo.
If I say outside, outside. Right. So I remember we went to this agent's office. Those people who do them study abroad. So we went to the man's office and we were having a conversation. Of course, my mom told him about the family doctor, and then so the man asked me that. So he asked my mom that. So what program do you want him to go and do? My mom looked at me. She was come to talk. She was come to talk, and I just said computer science.
And what was that? How did she look?
I just said computer science, and she came to look at me and she was like, computer science. I was like, yes. And you told the man that you go and think about it. We'll come back to him later.
It's like the two of you weren't sure.
So, but surprisingly, they were cool about it. So when I went home, my mom told my dad I was just in my room and my dad came. He was like, my mom had told her that this. Is it true? I was like, yes, that's what I want to do. Then he was like, if that's what you want, actually. No, yeah.
It's like you're breaking the chain.
Yeah. So it was like, no, yeah. I mean, I thought they weren't going to receive it like that. But I told them that I wanted to do.
But did you think they were happy within them?
They were. I think they were, because after I told them, they supported me in a sense that my senior brother gave me my first laptop. Right?
Okay.
Because I wanted to.
Of course, the DB family.
Right, he gave me my first laptop to learn those things. But he knew that that's where my interests were before I even told my parents about it. So even before they were me telling them I want to do computer, my brother had given me a laptop already. Right? And I was using it to learn that. But it got spoiled. I needed a new one. Okay. So when I told them that this is what I really wanted to do, then they got a
fresh laptop.
And it wasn't fresh laptop, but a laptop.
Okay. So at this point, you guys have all agreed that you're going to do computer science. Then so it means you're not going to travel anymore.
No.
Why? You could travel to do computer science.
Yeah. So that one was me. I just told them that no, because at that point, my dad was paying a lot of school fees. My second brother was in medical school.
No, but he was still going to pay anyway.
Yeah, he was willing to pay, but I was like, hey, Charlie, why? It's too much. I think about the man. He was good. Think about him. It was too much. Because when he asked for the price of school fees, they were like, it was $10,000 $10,000 a semester or so. Yeah, I don't remember.
But bro, he was going to pay.
Oh, Charlie. How? So I just do but they actually asked me. I was like, oh, Charlie, I dig Ghana. It's cool. So,
okay.
I went to UCC. Yeah.
You guys all agreed, computer science, and then you started the university after 1 year. Like after completing secondary school. 1 year later. 1 year later.
So I wanted to go to Legon, UG, University of Ghana.
Why?
My friend was there.
You schooled in Kumasi.
But I didn't want to stay in Kumasi. I wanted to move outside Kumasi. My whole life I had been in Kumasi. I went to school.
Your family live in Kumasi?
Yeah, we're all in Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to move out, Charlie. Enjoy, chill small. But Bill Gates also went to Legon. Right. So the year we completed school, that's the same year he went. Okay. He started doing computer science in Legon. So Charlie, I knew somebody there, so I just Bill Gates is there. Let me go and just
okay.
Let's go and vibe. But so I bought Legon forms. My mom also said, let me add UCC forms to it because my senior brother, the one doing medicine, was also in UCC, so I could go and join him there. I said, cool. So I bought Legon. I waited. The admission wasn't coming. But usually had come like 3 weeks ago. Right. And they had put a deadline there that if you don't pay by this time, your admission is null and void. So me, I didn't want to go. I waited like 1 day to the deadline. My mom said, yo, let's go and pay for the UCC and you go like that. So we paid for UCC. Then the next morning, we gone.
So you guys could have just you guys could have just dogged it and
why have already paid?
They be like you guys could have just go pay for that one too.
So we had already paid. Like, it's cool. Let's go.
But no refund,
no refund. Fair. No. I won't give it to you. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. But so it was between either computer science or IT.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think my mom. That's why I'm saying that they were very supportive. They gave me somebody to actually teach me the difference between IT and computer science so that I can choose the right one. And
but I saw that at that time, you wanted to do IT.
I knew computer science, right? But I didn't know there was a difference between IT and computer science.
Okay.
So there was this woman who came to teach me. She was a professor in, I think, forgotten this university. So she came to show me the difference. And I saw that computer science, there are a lot of mathematics and physics and those things there. I said, that's not for me, Baba. So that's the only reason I didn't do computer science.
So you did IT?
Yeah, I did IT.
Okay, so in IT, you get to do more of the code.
Yeah, IT is more, I believe from what I saw in university, IT is more hands-on than the computer science.
Computer science
is more like the theoretical, scientific side of the computers that you'll be doing a lot of calculations. But
you wanted to avoid that. You just want to go straight.
Code,
build stuff.
Build something.
Okay. Cool. So let's talk about, now you're in UCC studying IT. Would you compare that, the experience you had from the lectures coming to teach you how to, they walk you through some coding steps and all those things, and then you having to go to an open resource to learn from. Do you think you learned a lot from lectures coming to class to teach you?
Well, so this thing, I did learn. I did learn, but I think one thing that I learned from the university is that it opens you up to a different side of things.
Yeah.
So I don't think if I had stayed home to learn what I know now, right, I'd have gone to understand more about software engineering, understand a little more about data structures and algorithms, and I know about computer architecture. We learned assembly language, but even though I'm not using assembly language now, I tend to
have deeper understanding, instead of just the coding. You get to understand how.
So I understand that if I write the code, this is what is happening in the background. Right? So the university helped me in that sense. Even the lecturers who come to class, they don't expect the lecturer to show you how to build the website. No. Right? The lecturer just show you that the technologies are there. This is what we use it for. Go and learn.
And they show you where you can find those resources to learn.
So that's what I think helped. Right.
It's very necessary. Like if you have the chance to go to university, it's very necessary.
I won't lie to you. Personally, I had this lecturer in uni, Dr. Ellis. He passed this last year, but for me, I think he was the best lecturer that I met in the university. Right?
Why?
His way of teaching, right? So he took us. I think he took us to software engineering. That was, I think, second year or so. Software engineering. He made me understand project management, a whole lot of things that today I'm using in the real life. That I think actually that man had heard. He really helped me a lot.
So if you want to say this, if I want you to mention that one person who really spiked up your career in software engineering, you will point to him.
I think it's him. Even though I had the interest, he took it to another level.
Of course.
That man is Charlie.
That's cool. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so before you go to university, you were still you got to do some Python, HTML, CSS,
basic
but
things.
After school, that's when you had to go to work with a company and really build something or contribute to an application that is out there. How was the introduction to that kind of environment?
Well, lucky for me, I got into that environment before
even
completed school.
You see why is there ADB?
No, it's not about...
You had all the opportunity. Look, I even had a lecturer from some university coming to explain to you what IT and computer science is.
It's not even about that. It goes beyond just the opportunities are there. A lot of people have opportunities, but you don't take advantage of it, right? So for me, I've always been anywhere I see myself, no matter what people think about me, people I usually meet people who think that I know so much, but I always see myself that, Charlie, I don't know anything, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always looking to learn something new.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in uni, most of my classmates thought that Benson that he has reached, but honestly, me in my head, I was like, hey, I don't see what people are doing, right? So in my first experience with contributing to like an application that people are using, is, I think that was level 100 going to level 200, right?
Okay.
That's long semester break.
Yeah.
So I did an internship with a company, Global Trade Consult. It was just their website that I just contributed to, right?
Okay.
I think I created a form there for people to send emails.
Do you know it's only DBs who do internship in level 100?
No.
I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you.
This internship it came as somebody, my friend was also looking for the internship, but when he came, he wasn't interested and he passed it on to me.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I got it.
I want to argue with you.
Right. So I went looking for it, right? So I wanted to learn. That's the thing. I just wanted to learn and improve on my skills. So that was the first time. Okay. And the second internship was for UCC, right? I did. So I went to UCC. You have College of Distance Education.
Yeah.
I went there. Also contributed to a working system, right? Yeah, I think we're working on some complaint system and things. So that was there. Then in my final year too, I got another internship at Namibra. There's a company in Kumasi.
Okay.
I was doing it remotely with them. Then, yeah. So then, right after school, by God's grace, I had a family member who is also a software engineer.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I moved when I came to Accra. I just went straight to him. He taught me a lot of things because he was already in the industry, so of course he has networks. Then you push me here.
I see. So I'm sure he got your first job.
Yes.
Where did you do your national service?
National service as this pension trust. So that was where he was working.
Okay.
But he didn't push me there. He just told me to apply.
Okay. I'm sure he did some behind the scenes.
He just told me to apply. I did interviews and everything, and it went. Things started from there. But I think it's because it was easier for me because I knew somebody in the industry already. Yeah, who was ready and willing to help.
Yeah. That's cool. So that first internship, was there any struggle trying to fit into it?
Yeah.
And how did you get introduced to the code?
Yeah, so
system, code base.
So that one, I think the struggle was it wasn't a tech company.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, it wasn't a tech company, and their website was being handled by an external company. Yeah. Right. So they just wanted, because I had the skills, they just wanted me to handle some parts that those people weren't doing for them. Okay. Because anytime they do it, they say, "Oh, we do it," but they don't do it. So they just wanted me to do some small portions of it. Even when I finished doing it, sometimes I'll just open it and say, "Hey, I did this." Yeah. So it was kind of difficult, like maneuvering my way around because I was a newbie. Right?
Okay. What were you doing exactly? Back end, front end, what program language?
It was front end, right? Front end. And funny enough, it wasn't so much coding because they were using WordPress too, right? Oh, I remember I had done WordPress in SHS, So that was like the first hands-on things that I did. I think one thing I struggled with was my first introduction to, let's say, the corporate world, right? So writing emails, all those, I didn't like.
It was so stressful.
Yeah, so I think the CEO of that company, she really helped me. Her name is Ruby Golo. Okay. Yeah, she helped me. I think my first email I sent to her was Basa. She told me that do this. The next time you write emails. I was like, Charlie. She really helped me.
What age? Our age?
Age?
Yeah.
My age right now?
No. By then. I just wanted to.
That's like 18 or 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so so that for me, I see that to be more family job you went to do.
That one.
Because your brother got you in.
No, the first internship.
The
the national service. It wasn't family. That one, he didn't mind me. Once he said go and apply, everything is on you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he knew that I knew like what I'm doing. Okay. So he didn't have to do any back job or anything. Just to apply.
It was just you on that side of the tech for the company. Can you...
For the Axis?
I mean, the national service. Yeah. It was just you plus the external guys.
No. What I'm talking about is the first internship.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the first internship was where they were using the WordPress.
By the national service.
In the national service, it's Axis Pension Trust it's a pension company, so it's more like investment company. Yeah. But they have the tech team there. That right now they've made it into a company itself. It's called Primus Tech. Oh. So yeah, they have a tech team that they also work on their website. They use a lot of technologies. Okay. They have mobile apps and other things that they do, and they also outsource some of their projects. Yeah, so they have big clients in Ghana.
Do you still work with them?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't work with them.
So tell me about any of the experience you had with a larger team, and what was your role, what stack you were using, and how was like a day with that team?
Yeah. So with that team, so that's Axis, right? Okay. So the national service period. Yeah. So for them, they were using C#, right? .NET.
Okay.
And I had never used .NET before at that time.
So why did you join the company?
I wanted to learn.
Okay.
I wanted to learn and grow. So
you want to learn and grow?
Learn and grow.
Okay. I was like, you learn and grow. How? Like, you want to go and learn and leave them like
no. I want to learn, right? So, so they were doing C#. I've never done one line of C# in my life. So, the first day I went, I remember my boss told me that, it was me and one other guy, he told us that, see, you're even though you came here as national service guys, never think of yourself as national service. Think of yourself as more like associate developers, because we are going to use you. Yeah, so but they made me learn. So I think the moment we went there, they put us on a project, just the two of us. Right? They put us on a project, very crucial to them. So we just hopped on the projects. Once they brought the projects, I started C# tutorials for like 1 month straight. C#, only C#, trying to understand before it even starts. Yeah. So that's what I started with. Then the normal day, so they had stand-ups. So they're using Agile, right?
Okay.
So we had stand-ups, I think 3 times in a week. Right? So a Monday, Wednesday, then Friday.
Okay.
Right? So usual stand-ups, you come update on what you've done, what you're going to do the rest of the day, those kind of things. Then a sprint is usually 2 or 3 weeks, right? So we usually have a 2-week sprint or a 3-week sprint.
Okay.
So when the sprint starts, you do your stand-ups within the sprint. Then after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you do a sprint review.
Okay.
So sprint review is basically you go over the tasks that were given to you in the sprint. If there's a presentation you need to do, you present on what you've done. You present what you've done and everything, how you're able to do it, and other things. The team members also get to ask you questions.
Okay.
And make contributions to what you've done.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then after that you go over the sprint, what went well and what didn't go well. Right. Then you go over it. Then you if you are starting a new sprint, you go over what you want to do the next sprint. You bring those tasks down, put it in the sprint backlog. Then it continues like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. That's cool. It was an in-person role, right?
Yeah, in-person.
Not remote.
Yeah, in-person.
Okay. So have you ever? Okay, so I'm going to use this job. The team you just spoke about.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like leaving that team because of code-related issues?
Code-related issues.
Yeah. So like maybe you did something, like you said, you're new, right? Maybe you wrote a code and they're like, "Oh, this your code is some way it's not right." Like, then you feel some way, like feel bad about it.
Well, for me, honestly, I haven't been in a team that ever done something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like if they are reviewing your code or like you don't understand something, you are looking for help with this, they never talk down on you.
No, so is this not help? You're not looking for help. You've built the thing. And then they are reviewing your code. And like, nah. And they like come so hard at you. Like, this is not.
Nah. Those guys were always like ready to help, like ready to let you learn. Right? And I think me and the other guy too, we're always like, we don't know, so teach us. That's always how I told you. That's how I see myself. I see myself. I don't know anything. Teach me.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like that. Because I remember there was this guy today, Christian. I was doing like if I do something, because I'm new to C#.
Okay.
If I do something, I don't understand it. So I just go, Christian, Charlie, come and help me with this. Whatever he's doing, he'll stop it. Come. So I doing this. Oh, this is how you do it. Then you show me. Then that's it. You go. Even if I'm writing some code and it doesn't make sense, you find a very nice way to tell you that this is not nice.
Yeah, okay. Then that's like you had a very good team.
Oh yeah, very good team.
Yeah,
very, very good team.
Yeah. I had same during my internship with a company, a startup actually.
Yeah.
They even introduced me to Python. I started with PHP. But listen, no, don't laugh yet.
PHP.
So I started with PHP, and the PHP serve, it's not like I wanted to learn PHP. I got introduced to programming, and I wanted to just build a page that could send a form to an email. So I went online to look for a code, and the first code I got was PHP. So I just started using that. So my dad introduced me to that company, and when I got, I showed them, "Oh, this is what I've been able to do so far as a newbie." They couldn't like read the code because it's PHP, and they are all Android and Django Python guys. So when I joined them, then they scrap all that. And then they taught me Python. I started with Python and Django, and I was able to build better things than what I even wanted to do. Yeah. They are really good guys. What's their name? Gideon, Joshua, Bright, and all those guys.
I've never liked Python.
Why?
I have my reasons. It's for another day.
No, let's talk about this now. Why don't you? Why?
I just don't see. Some people come at me, but it's okay.
Okay, I hear you. Let's go on. Do you, during this whole process, of course, you had friends you were talking to, but did you have like a community that you were like always reaching out to in terms of questions and all that?
Yeah, so I joined tech communities. I joined Google Developer Group Accra, then Google Developer Group Kumasi. Also,
okay.
Yeah. So, but how I am, I don't know. Like, I'm not. I don't say I'm not too like sociable, but when I enter like a new space and I don't really know a lot of people, it's really difficult for me to
come out.
Yeah. So just a few. I think last year that I really started, trying to be a little bit involved in the community.
But I saw a picture of you talking.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's when I started. Like,
okay.
Now it took somebody's motivation for me to do that.
How was it? Like, how did you feel? I wasn't wanting to do those stuff, but actually,
it's cool. Though. Like, it's cool. It's just like how we are talking now.
Yeah, but it's just you and I. Like,
so the thing is, what I went to do is I've learned something. Right?
Okay, and I'm
just telling you what I've learned.
Okay.
Right. So that time I had started learning I started with Access, right, in the national service, and those guys. One thing that they also taught me like a lot of things with regards to like pure software engineering, where you learn about design patterns, architectures, and all those things.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So I think they were using C#. They were using repository pattern. So that's where I first learned about repository patterns and how you structure your.
That's what you get to learn if you're learning this hard languages.
Yes.
You get to learn design patterns and all that.
That's strictly typed in OOP, strict OOP programming languages.
Yeah.
So they made me learn, right? So I got, and when they introduced me to it, my curious mind also kicked in. Started reading a whole lot. I saw this book. I don't know the book, but the nickname that people are going to the book is Gang of Four. Right, it was written by 4 authors, and it's basically about design patterns and how you use them in programming. Right, so I learned that knowledge. It was in my head. I didn't know anybody to tell this thing to. Then I saw that Google Dev First Kumasi. Dev First Kumasi is coming up. They want speakers.
Okay.
I wanted to sign up.
Okay.
I told a friend of mine. It was actually my boss. One of my bosses that I was working with. He's called Amin. I told him, he was like, Charlie, it's a brilliant idea. Just go for it. Don't fear. Just do it. I was like, yeah, are you sure? What if people don't like it? What if they see I'm lying and I say something that is not true?
Hey,
wow. That thing was there. Like, cause it's other tech people who are sitting there.
Yeah.
But if somebody is there, he knows more than you. And you are sitting, Charlie. You're just like, just go and do it. Whatever happens.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's experience.
Right,
you learn from it. So I said, okay, cool. So I sent my name, everything. So the day came. I went. I spoke my nonsense. Yeah, I did it. I mean, before I went there, I was feeling nervous. Right?
Okay,
all those things were coming in. Hey, Charlie, what am I going to say? How am I even going to say it? Would they like it? Those things. I went and the reception was cool. After this, people came for my contacts and things. Charlie thought I was some senior one. Charlie. Yeah, well, it was cool. It was really, really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one thing about tech communities. Like, it makes. Well, usually in my space before, like, I didn't really had friends who I could talk tech to, or normally just other things that we are talking about.
Other things like what?
Money.
So money is not part of tech.
Tech brings money. But there's a money conversation that you don't talk about tech.
I hear. I sure it's money you want to talk about.
It's money. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So we are done with community. Tell me, now you've mentioned a whole lot of programming languages, strategy. What are they called? But I want you to list out the programming languages you have as a skill. Yeah.
Programming languages. Well, okay, so for me,
I know you have a lot. I don't know why you learned a lot, but for some reason. So you just tell us.
Okay, so my primary one. If
PHP.
Yeah, if you tell me to write hello world right now,
you do it in PHP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, PHP. Then of course JavaScript.
Yeah.
So with JavaScript, I know a little bit Angular. Right. That's for front end. A little bit Angular. Then React. Okay. I would say I'm there with React. Then I learned Vue some time ago, but I used it for just one project. Yeah, so JavaScript. Then for the backend for JavaScript, I know, of course, Node. And with Node, Express, BNM Express. Then there's also Nest.js.
Okay.
Yeah, Nest.js, which is built on Express, but yeah, it's just not Next. But
Nest. I was about to say that.
Yeah, Nest for TypeScript backend. Yeah, so that's for JavaScript. Then C#, that's ESP.NET.
This too easy. You have like some side projects or your personal stuff you use C# with?
Yes. I just started was that was just a personal project that nobody even knows about. That's I'm using C# to do. But it's basically just to sharpen my knowledge on it. But it's a nice language, honestly. You should learn it.
I will if I get a chance.
So C# and I know Go. I started Go recently.
Is it when I spoke about it?
Yes.
Why?
Somebody, when he spoke about it, another guy also spoke about it, and he wants us to. We are building some application. He wants us to use Go, so I had to.
Please let me join that club just to learn, not to.
But you have all the
what?
You have everything.
I want to learn Go, please.
We learn it together.
Yeah, I'll join you guys. I'm serious about it. So.
Oh, we talk.
Yeah.
So Go. What again? I think that's all.
That's all. That's fair enough. That's
Python.
fair enough. It's okay.
Python.
Don't even mention.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't even mention.
Python.
Don't mention.
Oh, what? Python. I mean, although
what?
I know it. I've used it in a couple of.
You always come for Python, but then you don't go for Ruby or Rails. They have things in common. So why don't you go for them? Like, go at them.
Because a lot of people like Python too much. I don't understand.
That's why you want to just. Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious right now?
The syntax is not nice. Everybody's just jumping. Yeah, it's okay. And it's okay. It's okay.
Very good. Okay, let's give it that. Okay, so tell me about your current role, what you do there, and what's your experience so far with that role, the tasks you're working on, how interesting is it? You have 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, honestly, my current role, I'll just say I'm a JavaScript developer. Because
over there.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a front-end role or a back-end
right.
role. Yeah. Because I say I'm JavaScript, right?
Just say JavaScript engineer.
JavaScript. I think when he was introducing me to, what was it? He said, meet Benson. He's a senior JavaScript engineer also. That's how
I think everyone at Github is just a JavaScript engineer.
Because
you can do backend today.
Right. JavaScript. Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, we are working. So right now, I think we are just working on. We are in a team together. You know what you are working on.
They don't know.
Yeah, so we are just working on.
We don't even talk about the tasks, just your experience with the team.
Yeah, so I mean, so far, I think I haven't been there for long.
Yeah,
I'm at 2 months. So.
Yeah, almost, I guess.
Yeah, and the team is wonderful. One thing I've noticed about the guys is anybody that you reach out to for help, whatever time, they're always ready to help. Right, always ready to help. They're always there, like, and it doesn't feel like
you don't feel stressed.
Yeah, like it's like that. It's like they make you feel like comfortable, like you are part of us, like it's some kind of, if I could see, family or something. Like, yeah. It's a very cool place, very nice place. I like to.
Okay, I said 2 minutes, but you did less than that, and that's cool. So I think that will be it, and that was a lot. Is there something else you want to say?
Something else. What do you want? Okay. Let me see. But Charlie, that was something. I don't have anything. But I'll just say, for me, starting I've personally, if I look back at, let's say, just 1 year ago, I've come a long way.
Okay.
Like the thing that by God's grace I've been able to achieve within like just 12 months or let's say 6 months. It's like honestly, it's
please share with us.
It's crazy, right?
Share with us.
But I can't share everything, but
yeah, just the ones you think we should know.
I have been able to work with some brands like that. Previously, I never thought that Benson was going to. Yeah, right. I mean, today I was telling you about what the high sense. Right. There was the other ones too. That one I can't even see it, but
it means that the money is.
It's not even about the money, but the
no. But you can't be working with high sense and tell me that it's not about the money. The money is.
It's not that, but. I'm not even talking about that
just
one,
say it's not that over here. Then back door, you can say
right. But there are certain brands that or companies that I've been able to work with. That today is on my CV. Looking back, and some of them are it's just been like 1 year or 2 years that I got introduced to them, right? And like if I've been able to, like, it's crazy. I don't even know how to explain it, right?
So do you think it's chances that you're able to take based on your past work, like as in you've been able to do things that you are being rewarded with what just happened within the 6 months?
I believe one is God, and two is my hard work.
Yeah.
Right? And three, the networks that I've been able to get. Right.
Good.
I'll say God because everything comes from God.
Yeah.
I'll say hard work because
you don't put the work self. You you can get the opportunity, but you don't know it. So like
you understand.
You need to put in the work.
Yes.
And then
so my final year I stopped class. It was intentional. I just stopped going to class because I felt like it was a distraction. So I just wanted to learn and better myself. Like I said, I always see myself, I don't know anything. Right? So, and I was getting job vacancies, software engineer wanted, requirements plenty. I looked through the requirements and I don't know anything.
You can learn. Wow, that's a good strategy to learn actually.
Yeah. So I looked through the requirements. Okay, I know this. I don't know this. What is that?
Then you're going to learn it.
I'll learn it.
But then someone have taken that away.
Yeah, but it wasn't for me to get to that.
Yeah,
so
I get it.
Then I also had a friend who had also, like, he's part of like my job. Like, he has really helped me a lot.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, it's called Mike. Michael. I think he's at Halftel also. Mike, I met Mike when I was doing my internship at UCC, the College of Science Education. He was doing his national service. Then after his national service, I think he did some other jobs and he entered Halftel. And I saw the money that I was getting. I want some. Right? So Mike exposed me to a lot of things. Okay. He made me understand. He introduced me to the new technologies. Docker like this. I didn't know about Docker. He told me to learn Docker, learn about microservices, learn about this, learn about that. Right? He basically mentored me. Right? Okay. Then he would see job opportunity, he would send it to me that apply. Okay. I'll look at the requirements. This requirement here. Like, I haven't reached there. Right. So that's a different motivation for me to keep learning. Right. So I wanted to get to a point where any job I'll see, if I see the requirement, probably the only thing that will go against me is job experience. If they want 6 years experience, I don't have it. But at anything aside that, at least I know probably if it's 5 requirements, I do like 3 out of that 5.
Okay.
I'm confident like that. So I put in the work and learned. And the network I'm talking about, one big network, somebody big that has really changed my life in like software engineering, whatever tech, is the guy I just mentioned, Mike. Right? Very brilliant guy, very smart guy. One thing he taught me is that you should always know your worth. Right? Yeah, know your worth, because you're going to get companies that are going to give you some offers that actually, right? I saw some post a job vacancy. They wanted a backend or full stack engineer, and they were giving the person 2,000 Ghana cedis, and they wanted 3+ years experience.
What the hell?
For 2,000 cedis. Like, right. So something like that. If Otifina come there, you might even apply. But you should know your worth, right? When he taught me that, I remember I was with some company that wasn't giving me so much, right? And when I left that company, my next job, because I know who I had learned a lot and I know. When they called me job interview, then how much your salary expectation. Let me see. The previous job was paying, let's say, around 1,002. Like, it is Charlie, and yet it's not good. Then Charlie 300 to describe because he's taking it.
I wanted to say that, like, I've also done a job that's paid me that amount of money.
So 1,002. Then the next job after that 1,002 was, I think, so that time the interview came, I was taking 1,002 Ghana cedis. They asked me for my salary expectation. I told them 8,000 to 10,000. So from 1,000 to 8,000, like a big jump. Previously, I felt like, hey, Charlie, would they give me this money? But even with that, I still bargained. Right? Because at that point, I had learned a lot and I knew my worth. Right? I bargained and Charlie, I got money. Because in the end, Charlie, that's what we are here for. We are doing this thing for money.
Of course.
So that's one about network. Then the other person is the family member I was talking about. I think really like he also introduced me to so him when I finally got closer to him, although like I had entered the industry, I hadn't really entered like there's a core part that
which is
some people are there. There are some, you see, you go to a point where you don't have to apply for jobs anymore. Right? You don't sense
like once you meet some kind of people, like
you don't sense use anymore. They're they're calling you that like recommendations. So that's where I wanted to. Because me when I met him, that's what he told me that he doesn't remember the last time he sent his CV. They just call him that recommendations, and then you're doing his things, right? So same thing. I come, he recommend me to here, recommend me to this guy, this company, this team, right? Then one thing that he always taught me was that once you enter the team, make sure that you don't be like, me, I just came here to code. That's what I'm doing. When I'm done coding, I'm gone. Make sure that at least you mingle with the guys. Because you don't know where that person is going to be tomorrow, right? So let's say I meet you in the team today. Tomorrow you start a startup. You are getting big money. You want some developer to come and work with. I might come in mind because you worked with me some time ago, so that we had a vibe and I had this. If you don't call me, actually, it's a you. Right? We had a vibe. So just like that, he was like, just be cool with the people in your team. Right? It's a job, something that will help you. So even if not in the team, make sure that even your boss too, you have a good relationship with the boss. Because if the boss is the money man, it means that he also has other
money men.
You understand? So in case another venture comes, they want new people to enter that place. There's a high probability that because he has a good relationship with you, he can call you easily to come here and enjoy that venture too. So if there's any few things, that's what I'll add. Make sure that what was the first thing I said? I've forgotten.
So have you had people reaching out to you saying, I want to learn how to code? Then probably you take them on and they feel like this is stressful and it's going to take years to get through it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, personally, I mentor people.
Mentor.
Oh, Baba. I mentor. I won't say mentor, but if you come to me that you want to learn, I will never send you away. Right?
Of course.
I'll give you resources. There have been some that I give them assignments. Right? I have a few guys that I remember some time ago I was giving them assignments, and every Saturday I'll try to get some time for them on Saturday, go through what they've done. But with regards to the time that it will take you to learn, I always tell them that
it's left with you.
It's left with you. Once you are consistent, it's you. Because if you start learning it, you get to a point that like 6 months ago I wasn't able to do this, but now look at me. So consistency and hard work, you get there.
You've said something really important because they don't look at that. The end goal now is what they are looking at. They are not looking at how they started and where they are. The difference.
Yes. Because even if, let's say, 2 days ago, I wasn't able to write print hello world,
and today you should know that you've improved.
You've learned something, right? So the thing is, today you've learned how to write hello world. Tomorrow we are going to put hello world in a variable, then print that variable.
Yeah.
You've learned something.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the next day, you are going to learn how to write def main. I'm using.
Hey, be serious. Be serious.
You are writing a function, right? You've learned something new. At least from variables, you've now learned functions. After learning functions, some weeks later, you got to know that there are classes also. You've created a new class. It's an improvement. Even though it's not so huge. Little wins, then you realize you are working with Elon Musk.
Okay, cool. So, two things: lessons you've learned throughout your journey, and what advice would you give to someone who is yet to get into the field or has just gotten into the field but needs some small touches on advice? So your lessons, and then.
So for me, I'll say, for anybody like entering the field, right? Let me start with that. I think understand that it's time, right? You don't think that I'm learning programming now, and in 3 months I'm going to get $5,000 a month. It's not going to happen unless God. Right.
Even that 3 months, if God give it to you, can you do the work?
You can't do it, right? Because if $5,000 is coming, they expect you to do $5,000 work. Yes, right? So it's time, right? Like how you're saying, you've gotten the time that you're getting paid like 1,000 Ghana cedis, right? Whilst other people are taking 5,000, right? So it's time. The time that somebody was paying me 300 cedis, I felt like I didn't know anything, even though Charlie it was small, but that time I didn't know anything. Right? I felt like, okay, cool, 300 cedis, man, I can use it to eat. Right? But as time was on, today if you give me 300 cedis, like I insulted you. Right? But I took my time, learned this for more than 4 years. And I'm getting there. I'm not there yet. I'm getting there. Right? So take your time. Make sure that you understand the basics. Right?
Very important.
The basics, because if you go to Google writes, they write P tags, right? In their if you look at the Google website, they have P tags, right? That's the HTML, the paragraph tag. They have the anchor tags today. It's all the basics, right? If you didn't understand the basics enough, you couldn't have gone there to understand that this is a P tag. The P tag, right? So understand the basics, right? And so once you do that, make sure that as you're moving on, you try to get not really tell that person that, oh, please, I want you to be my mentor. No. If you see somebody that is there, find a way that, just go to him, ask questions. Right? One thing that I'm personally like this, I feel so that I was always afraid to ask questions because I thought people would think that I'm stupid because this is something small that you should know. Right? But I got to know that just because one of the nicest people you ever find is in tech. Because I've always seen that no matter who the person is, some of them are not correct. Most people that I've met is that whatever problem you come to them with, they are willing to help you solve it. Right?
Or they know someone they could direct you to and stuff.
Yes, right. So no matter how small you think your problem is, reach out and they will help you. I remember some guy reached out to me. His problem, I think his problem was just like a / or so that he didn't bring. And he was
in the URL.
He was going crazy about it. I showed him, I was like, oh, it's just a / bring it there. He just brought it there. I was so happy that I helped him solve it. So something like this, if you feel like this is a small issue,
you be on it,
like that thing is so it's good in a way that it makes you learn. But if you try to like reach out to people about your issues and other things, I think those people also notice that you are willing to learn a lot. So if those people are in the position to give opportunity to somebody, they know that you are good and you are willing to learn, they can push you there. And that's also one thing that try to network with people who are already in the industry. Right? Like I like going to tech events a lot because I want to meet people. Right? So network with people.
You do take me along,
Right. I want to network with people.
Okay.
So that if not for job opportunity, I can talk to them like I can get into write some code that's the bag is like making me go crazy. I can reach out to other people that for this and this and that, and they could help me out, right? It's form some kind of companionship and other things. So one, consistency. Try to reach out, no matter the issue that you get, right? And network with people in the industry, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And there's money in tech. I won't lie to you.
Of course.
So far as you're ready to put in the hours, put in the work, you get compensated.
Yeah.
Right? And the compensation to blow your mind.
I
I mean, there have been times that you stay up till 6 a.m, right? Yeah, so it's good. Yeah.
Okay. So stay consistent. Try to network the more.
Yeah.
And then the money will come.
Yeah. Well, the money is assured. You guys surprise you that the money is coming like that.
Charlie.
It's true.
And you know this one, when the money is coming to you, it comes like that.
You understand? Because, I mean, like, I always attribute some things to God and other things, but it's crazy. Because I remember, sometimes I'll have conversations with my mom and she'll be like, we a school branch, somebody has worked in public service for like 10 years, the money they're not getting half. Right? So it's always it's feeling nice part of it. Yeah. But it's also humbling in a way that I've been able to get here. Young boy. Charlie, I'm still young. 15 years.
And you find most of the tech boys so humble, like down to it. Like they're gonna be like that.
That's the thing that you never understand. Tech boys
like sitting down to code and think about the problem, a solution to a problem alone should humble you. That alone should humble you.
I remember back in uni, I was doing my personal project. I think it was a booking application or so. Then I was trying to build APIs with PHP, then communicate with it with the React front end and things. So I did it. Now I didn't know Laravel by then. So I did raw PHP, but the API, I noticed when I sent a post request, then there was a course error. This course, yeah. So I didn't know what it was. I did everything. I solved the course error, but I only solved this for the get request. The post request was still getting the course error, but I didn't know why. I didn't know why. I asked some guys in the school who I thought they were there, but Charlie said they went there. I asked everybody. Nobody knew what the solution was. I searched on Stack Overflow. They gave me a solution, add the headers and everything. Charlie, it wasn't working. Right? I won't lie to you, for like 3 months, I didn't get any solution. Then, one time, I was just looking, I was doing something. It was a different bug that I faced. I was reading through Stack Overflow and I saw that they said the browser sends a request to the API to get they sent option request to get the headers before this thing goes through. Okay. I hadn't added the option request, right? The API to get the option request. Okay. Right. So that's why this thing was coming. So after 3 months, that's when I got to know the solution to my problems.
So you left that
I left
project, working on something else,
and that thing came.
I see.
Then I went back to
it's experience.
Yes,
experience, Charlie.
Right. So right now, if I face that thing, this thing, cool. But it took me 3 months to learn.
Yeah.
It will humble you, Charlie. It will humble you.
Anyways, Charlie, that was really cool. Like the whole interview was nice.
Oh, Charlie, you treated me well. Give me cake then.
I gave you what?
Cake. Give me coffee.
Hey,
I'm living the life.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that would be thanks for coming. And I really enjoyed this, and I hope my audience also do.